you patrons and all of my viewers. The Art of Healing, who sent me a tip in my tip jar, and you can send a tip in my tip jar if you like. There's a link to my PayPal in the description box, and even small donations are welcome. I use the Edge 8x16 canvas. This is a gallery wrapped canvas with the high sides, and I love these canvases. I try to grab a sale if I can. They're very beautiful canvases. And also, I wanted to give a quick shout out to Salvador Brand Paints, who sent me the paints for this video. This is the set they have for sale. It's on their website, which I'll link in my description box. And these are the colors that came in the set. I used their vermilion, the pyrrole red, and the carmine red, I believe. And I like the way they dried. They are pretty and inexpensive. So it's been a good little set that would actually make a good Christmas gift. I was thinking to a young budding artist. It has a lot of little extras in there. So thank you to Salvador Paints. And I wanted to show you my cup. I layer my cup with 24 karat gold, and it's all of my colors today were mixed with Floetrol and Owatrol. If, like, for instance, the Hansa yellow is quite thin, it's a golden fluid, so I mix that with Owatrol. I want to thicken that up a little bit, and Owatrol is a little thicker than my Floetrol these days. So this is the vermilion color, and the next one is the pyrrole red. And I'm just layering basically from light to dark in my cup. And then this is the carmine red with a little bit of the Love Struck primary elements in there. And the primary elements are, I'm sure you know, by Leslie Onstad Color Art. And this is a rose gold Deco Art metallic paint that I used. And black. Just put some black over the top layer there. And I put it all over the top of those colors and kind of sitting on the top of the other colors there. And then basically I just repeated that same exact layering in this little cup. Now, if you guys saw my last painting that I did, it had the same colors and similar layering. And my idea was to do a series because that's something I've been wanting to do. So the only difference in this last layer is I put a little dollop of the satin enamel white by Deco Art on the top. And here's my little canvas. I'm doing a straight pour. You just dump it out onto your canvas, and I used a little bit of height there from my canvas because I wanted the paints to be forced down into each other, and so that's why I use gravity to create that force. And then that is the actually that's a golden gold paint and the 24 karat Deco Art gold. Now I'm trying to get some of those beautiful pearl cells, and the way that you do that is by putting the rings around your pour and then allowing that paint to roll over it. Now I basically just made another cup with the same colors, except for I put a little bit of that satin enamel white at the bottom of my cup. So I put that first. And I'm just trying to get some of those pretty cells. Like I explained in my last video, you want to dump off a lot of the extra paint in order for those cells to pop through. If there's too much paint on there, or if your paint is too thick, you won't get the pearl cells. And for this one, I did not get very many, hardly any of the pearl cells, and I think it's because I left a little too much on. So I am doing another one of my isolated reverse dips. I'm extremely addicted to this technique right now. And it kind of takes this painting from looking like a space painting, which actually it would have been pretty if I did this as like a Jupiter on a round canvas, now that I look at it. But basically I press the plastic wrap down and then I gather it up and pull it all back. Now, I noticed on this one the paint was very, very thin and there was not any gold under it. So I didn't get as many of the beautiful gold cells like I did on my last painting. But I still liked the effect, and I wanted to go in with another piece of plastic, and you see how I tear the plastic the shape that I want it to be. So I have some control over what part gets dipped in this reverse dip, and that's how I do it, by tearing the plastic into a certain shape. And then I just easily pull that back. And I just love the way it looks. So now look at how it crosses over the top there of that first dip. And now I'm adjusting the composition for this one. You can see a lot of the cells actually fell over the sides of that beautiful canvas. I'm going to just add some black paint in there to adjust. I just wanted that stem of that flower to be smaller, and so I use black paint. And I'm trying to form more of a petal shape by drawing the black lines, but that really was not good enough. Like at first I thought, yeah, I'm just going to leave it like that, but I wasn't happy. And I actually came back, I turned the camera off and everything, and then I came back later as I walked by the painting in my studio, and I thought, Heather, you're not going to be happy with that, so why leave it? And see, I think it's pretty, but it's just not quite there. There's something more. So I brought my balloon out. You can see I'm not wearing any gloves because I literally was just walking by. And I do like how the balloon pulled some black in, because that adds a little depth to that area. And I'm being very gentle with it right now. I actually really love this painting and I don't want to mess it up, but I also know that if I'm not happy with it, there's no point, because if I'm not happy with it, it means it hasn't reached its full potential yet. And if it hasn't reached its full potential, then drying it is not going to make me any happier, generally speaking. So I started adding some color in there, and I'm going to put some highlights and lowlights back into that piece. I can't wait to tell you, I reached 17,000 subscribers for my YouTube channel. Can you believe that? It is so cool. I am totally blown away. And I had no idea when I started. I only started my channel about 9 months ago, and I had no idea that I would reach that. Now, I know it's not as big as a lot of the big channels, but I have to say I'm truly humbled and totally blown away. I remember trying to reach 1,000, and I was so nervous that nobody was going to come watch, and now I feel like there's so much support, and I'm so excited. Every day I read your comments and just feel blessed to be able to share my art with so many people and to teach what I know about fluid art and to continue to grow. It's just a beautiful process, and I could not do it without you. Don't think for 1 second that I forget, how important my viewers are, my patrons are. And in January, coming up the new year, I have a really special situation coming up. So people have been saying off and on, that I should do a meditation channel, and I finally secured meditation tracks that are copyright licensed, copyright free, and that was really the issue that I was having. So I'm going to be able to offer meditation videos for people if they are interested coming up in the new year. So I'm really excited about that because it's something I feel like I'm just being called to do, and it's also a part of my personal experience. So I'm pretty excited, and I'll keep you posted on how to sign up for those, and as I figure out all the details in the beginning of the new year. So now this painting, see how I crossed over right there? That little thing, that little movement, it made this whole painting really special. And it's funny how sometimes just one little movement can totally change the look of a painting. Now this painting is one of 3, and I'm really, really pleased with the way it turned out. And here's more of a little close-up, I guess. I'm going to turn that on its side so you can actually see the whole thing. And then look at it dried. It dried so vibrant. This is true, not color corrected or anything, just really vibrant and beautiful. Yeah, I love the way that dried. Like I said, it's part of a 3-part series. I showed you the top 2, parts 1 and 2, and the next one's coming. So please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe so you can get notified. And as always, I can't wait to make more art videos just for you.